These two photos were taken 30 seconds apart, and I didn't change any of the camera settings. I used a circular polarizing filter. And here's how you can use one to help with your interior and architecture photography. In a nutshell, the reason we use CPL filters is to help reduce glare and reflections on shiny surfaces. Just like you dial in the focus of your lens by twisting it back and forth, you have to twist the filter back and forth until you find that sweet spot where it's the most effective on the reflections you're trying to eliminate. But the thing is, polarizers only work on one plane or axis at a time. So if you found that sweet spot on a glare on the floor, which is a horizontal plane, and you also need to get rid of a glare or reflection on a wall, which is a vertical plane, then you'll need to rotate the filter 90 degrees, like this. But you have to be super careful not to mess up the focus or bump the tripod, because obviously you'll be layering those files to help produce your final image. This is what a CPL looks like. To attach it, you just screw it on to the front of your lens. Each lens has a specific size filter based on the size of the lens threads. And a big bulbous lens like the Canon 17mm tilt shift will require a special filter holder. Before I give you 4 more tips for using a CPL in your A&D photos, I want to mention that in my commercial architecture photo shoot workshop, I go over some other things you can do to tackle difficult reflections during a photo shoot. To check that out, along with my other workshops and courses, go to adamtaylorphotos.com/education. Now, here are 4 more things you should know about using a CPL for your A&D photos. Number 1, it's important to get a good quality filter because your photos are only as good as the glass you take them with. So think somewhere in that $100 range. Number 2, a CPL will usually take away a full stop of light. So after putting it on, you'll have to adjust the shutter speed, ISO, or f-stop accordingly. Number 3, in addition to reducing glares and reflections, a CPL will also make a blue sky look darker and give more contrast between the sky and the clouds. This can definitely work in your favor if you'd like the sky to be more vibrant and vivid in your images. And number 4, you should be aware that certain types of glass contain a film inside them that doesn't play well with these filters. So even though a CPL will often help get rid of some of the unwanted reflections in glass, sometimes the filter will actually reveal some weird patterns and colors on glass. When this happens, you may have to capture all the frames and brackets that you need with the polarizer and then carefully remove it to get some other clean brackets of just the glass.